What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video live in the parking lot of Savers, waiting for my mom, aka Mama Profit, to arrive. And we're gonna go in and do a little book sourcing, probably look for some video games, board games, DVDs, go through some clothes, see what they have over here. But I want to make a video talking about, is eBay really a business? Because my friend, he works a full-time job and he's pretty miserable. He doesn't make a lot of money at this job. And he told one of his managers that he needs to cut his hours back because he needs to focus on his eBay business. And guess what this person said? Well, first of all, they laughed at him and said, eBay's not a business, eBay's a hobby. What do you do in that situation if maybe a coworker or a friend or a family member or your manager or your boss says eBay's not a business? What do? What do you say? Is it true? Is eBay a business? Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, the average person, like the average person who doesn't sell on eBay or Amazon or resell, they think, and even the people at the thrift stores, I swear, I've talked to a lot of them, they think that what we do as resellers is a hobby. They don't think we're making money. They think that we're working for pennies, right? Great comment from Ria saying, we pay taxes, right? The general public does not think that eBay sellers and Amazon sellers, for the most part, they don't think we're making money. They actually think that we're like the bottom feeders, the scavengers, going to these thrift stores, going to garage sales. The average person doesn't realize how much money you can make selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, flipping stuff on Craigslist. So I'll tell you right now, if a manager or a boss or a friend or a family member says that, you want to know what? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to people who have no experience. So many people want to give you their 2 cents and their feedback on what you should do and what you shouldn't do, but they've never even sold on eBay. They've never even run a business before. The average person never even starts a business because they listen to what other people say about business being too risky and most businesses fail. And you want to know what? That's true. The reason why most businesses fail is because people, they don't think and they treat it like a hobby, and they're not constantly improving and they're not constantly growing, and they don't take it serious. eBay is most certainly a business. Now, I guess you're gonna have to define what a business is, but for me, a business would be something that, you know, I create to add value that makes me money, right? I own it to an extent. With eBay, you know, you're kind of, you're getting 1099, but still at the end of the day, you know, you're sourcing products, you're storing products, inventory management, you're shipping, you're dealing with customer service. I mean, eBay's pretty much the same thing as every other business. The only thing that we're not really focusing on as eBay sellers is driving traffic. You know, eBay, they have their platform and there's millions of users on it. So one of the hardest parts of running a business is acquiring customers. And for the most part, we don't have to worry about that when we sell on eBay because we're relying on eBay's traffic and eBay's brand. But I tell you, if somebody tells you eBay is not a business, Amazon's not a business, reselling, it's a hobby, you're wasting your time, I can promise you they've never resold before. So just ignore them. Don't worry about them. If you're trying to quit your job and you got people doubting you, or you're trying to grow your business and people telling you you can't do it, it's just a hobby, you can't make money, you want to know what? Listen to people who are currently running part-time to full-time businesses, who have been in it for 3, 4, 5 years. You know, I've been selling on eBay, Amazon, reselling on Craigslist, 5, 6 years now. It's possible to start a business on eBay and have success. Whether success for you is defined as a couple $100s a month or a couple $1,000s a month or $10,000 to $20,000 a month. There's people out there making hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions, not really on eBay, but for the most part with Amazon, with private label and building your own brands and Shopify, but there's plenty of people making thousands of dollars per month selling on eBay from thrift stores and garage sales. Antonio says, people that say it's not a business are just lazy bums collecting checks. So there's a couple comments coming in here. Let's keep things, kosher. Definitely, I don't like to put down people who don't see eye to eye with me, but I'm not going to take their advice, right? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but take advice from people who are, where you want to be. Hey, Derek, thanks so much. Love you, my man. Thank you for everything. I love you too, Derek. Thanks for the love. Hey guys, I also wanted to let you know that today, if you're on my email list or if you follow me on Facebook, I actually just released a new ebook. Pre-order is available. It's called 101 Killer Tie Brands. So if you've ever gone through 101 killer shoe brands or 101 killer clothing brands, 101 Killer Tie Brands is all about the best ties to sell on eBay. So if you go to RaikenProfit.com/ties, you can actually pre-order it. It's only, I think it's like $19.95, so it's 25% off. Definitely check that out. But that's the great thing about eBay. People think it's a hobby. They think you can't make money doing it. But if you really narrow down into a niche and you get good at it and you learn what to buy, what to avoid, what sells best, right? What's in demand, what has a really big market. You start crafting a little niche, right? Whether that's clothing or ties, or maybe it's shoes. I remember when I first started reselling, I was flipping bicycles on Craigslist. Big shout out to the Bonafide Hustler. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably still be working at the Cracker Barrel. I learned how to buy and resell bikes, did like $10,000 to $20,000 worth of flips. That first summer, sold a couple hundred bikes, and I mastered that niche, but I moved on. Why? Because I live in Connecticut, and when wintertime hit, there weren't anybody selling bikes anymore. There were no bikes at the thrift store, so I learned clothing, right? So, I flipped bikes, clothing. I still flip bikes and clothing, shoes, ties, video games, board games. There's so much money to be made out there. And, I see Mama Profit pulling up right now. And there's my little tripod, this little Dunkin' Donuts coffee. But you know what? Don't let anybody put you down saying eBay's a hobby. eBay's not a business. Yeah, some people out there treat it like a hobby and they end up quitting eBay. So many people, they start selling on eBay, ask them how they're doing 6 months later or 3 months later, and they don't even sell on eBay anymore. It's because they're treating it like a hobby. eBay's a business, but it's only a business if you treat it like a business. You got to set standards for yourself with sourcing. You got to learn and educate yourself and grow, right? You've got to ship your items out on time. You've got to do what you got to do to be successful. And let's see if we can get a shout out from Mama Profit real quick. How you doing? I'm live on YouTube right now.
What?
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, you are?
Say just say hello real quick. Hi. No, you have to come over. You have to. Everyone say hi to Mama Profit.
Hi, how are you?
What are we going to do right now?
Going into Savers.
Going into Savers. Have you been to Savers today yet?
Once.
Was there anything?
He was putting books out.
Yeah. How long you been selling on Amazon for?
Going on my 5th year.
5th year. Yeah. Have you I know you might not know off the top, but every year you've kind of grown a little bit, haven't you?
Yes.
Are you on pace to grow this year too?
Yes.
No, because you had a goal last year. Are you going to actually pass it this year?
Yes.
Yes is the answer. So anyways, we're going into Savers right now. There's quite a few people here, so we're going to see what we could find. Do you typically do well at nighttime? Well, like in the evening at Savers?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So we're going to see how it is, but remember, treat eBay like a business if you want people to take you serious. Mama Profit, you're treating Amazon like a business.
It is.
Right?
It's a business.
And she's making that money. So appreciate you guys. Aaron says, was this clickbait? It wasn't clickbait, but it got you to watch the video and got you to realize that eBay is a business, but most people think it's not. Who cares what they think, right? A bunch of people saying, hi, Mama Profit. So anyways, if you guys want to check out my guide, 101 Killer Tie Brands, the pre-order is open, right? So I'll update the link down below, but if you go to RaikenProfit.com/ties, RaikenProfit.com/ties, you can check out the guide, and it'll be 25% off pretty much all week until it launches October 29th. So with that being said, keep on picking and making the money, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.